Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday morning, the day after Thanksgiving. We had some good food on Thanksgiving. Who ate some good food Thanksgiving morning? Anybody have anything unusual or different for Thanksgiving? What do we got going this morning? See if we can get a few people in here this morning. How are we? Good morning. Good morning, Miss Linda. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning over on YT. How we doing? How are we doing this morning? Coffee, y'all. Coffee. Good morning, Gray Lady. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Nana. Y'all, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Something a little bit different. Good morning, Chick. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? Good morning, Laura. I already said morning to you. I'm saying good morning again. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Good morning. Y'all, we're going to be using a crochet hook. We're going to see how this works out. We're going to see how this works out. It may get interesting, y'all. Good morning, Prinny. Good morning. How are you? Y'all, so I had to punch a bunch of holes. I have to tell you, I had to punch a bunch of holes in this quilt. And it was kind of scary, but that's okay. I took and used, and we're going to use the yarn that we used. Awesome. Glad to hear that you're awesome, Miss Prinny. Good morning, Miss Nikki. You're up early, Miss Nikki. So we're going to be using the white and the green yarn that we had the other day. But y'all, check this out. I got my husband to help me. He did one side. I was like, you got to help me out, please. So I literally, with the help of my husband, poked a hole all the way around this daggum thing. All the way around this thing. So it's kind of scary. Kind of scary. So again, this is it's a baby quilt. So we're going to be adding that crochet around it. We're going to see how that works out. We're going to see how it works out. Hopefully, I don't know. You finished the quilt? Oh my gosh, that is so exciting, Miss Nikki. I am excited for you. Was it fun? So Miss Nikki has a new machine that she's using. And it's the same one as I have back here. But anyways, she was doing quilting in the hoop, doing the edge-to-edge quilting. She had sent me the picture of it. I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited for her. She's doing so awesome. So awesome. Hold on one moment. I got to check my embroidery here. Yes, it's not going. So I'm going to stop that while I'm not watching it. So we're going to stop that. I have an embroidery going on over here, so I'll have to let y'all see it. Thanks for the thumbs up over on YT also. Thanks for the thumbs up over on YT. So anyhow, so we are going to be doing some crochet on a quilt. So, and I was sitting there, I was like dreaming this, and I'm like, I'm going to sleep in today. Did I sleep in? No, I did not, because I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this. But I'm thinking we're going to go white first. Because we have these colors on here. So, and I'm sitting there looking at the size, and I'm thinking we're either going to do 2 double crochets or 3 double crochets into each hole. And then once we get all the way around, I'm thinking we're going to add a green to the outside of it. So this is my goal. I don't know. So I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to try. We're going to try and see how this works. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to start with white. I'm going to put that green down there. Put the green down there. And I'm trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to attach it. It's like, do I tie it on there first? Because I'm sitting there thinking, because I could tie this on here first, then create a loop. I don't know how. We're going to see how this works. Good morning. Thinking I'm just going to tie the edge of this. We're going to hopefully, y'all, we're going to see. I don't know. So we're going to tie this on here. Good morning, Miss Cassie. Welcome to my live. Okay. So We're going to trim this. Good morning, Tamara. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. So we're going to trim this. I'm thinking what we're going to do. Y'all, we're going to see how this works. I'm not exactly sure. I've never done this. I have never done this. So again, if y'all are just joining, we have a baby quilt. And on that baby quilt, I went and put holes. I know. Why would I put holes? But this was a request. So we're going along with it. So put holes all the way around the edge of it. And I used a leather punch. I used a leather punch to put the holes in the side of it. So now we're going to take some crochet. We're going to take crochet, and I'm thinking, how do I do this? How do I do this? We're going to see if I can figure this out, because I'm thinking. I shouldn't think is what a problem is I shouldn't think. So y'all have ideas, let me know. Let me know, because like I said, I am not a crocheter, but we're going to, thinking I need, I almost think that I shouldn't have tied that on there. Maybe I shouldn't have tied that on there. Thinking I shouldn't have tied. Y'all, this is something new. Y'all threw me for a loop all week this week. Every day we were doing something different. Every day we were doing something different. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, somebody yesterday said they were going to help me out. I'm waiting on them to get on here. So come on, come help me out. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. We're going to see how this works. And I am going to do, and like I said, we're going to do a double crochet. So we're going to, on a double crochet, you take and do a loop around, then loop in there. I don't know. I'm guessing here. We're going to see how this works. So we're going to pull that through there, and then pull this one through there. And I know I'm going to drive y'all nuts because I do not hold my yarn when I crochet. So I'm going to pull that one through there. Okay, so we got the first one. I'm thinking we're going to do 2 double crochets in each hole. 2 double crochets in each hole. I don't know. I'm guessing on this one, y'all. I am guessing because I'm thinking 2 double crochets and then a single crochet on, yep, this is going to be an interesting day, y'all. This is going to be an interesting day. Okay, there's that one. And pull this one through. It's pretty yarn if it actually works out. It's pretty yarn if it actually works out, y'all. Okay, so now we have 2 crochets. We're going to single crochet, and then we're going to go to the next hole. Then we're going to go to the next hole. I don't know. It may be interesting. It might get interesting. I don't know. We're going to see how this works out. We're going to see how this works. Do 2 double crochets in corner. Okay. Well, I got 2 double crochets in the corner. So the 2 double crochets in the corner, and then I'm thinking I do 1 single crochet, and then should I do just a single crochet double, or 1 double crochet in each hole? Is that what you're thinking? So I could do 1 double crochet in each hole and then a single in between. You might want to start with a row of single. So do a row of single around instead of the, well, I don't know. I don't know how much, I don't know how much crocheting. Let me, hold on. I'm going to do 1 more double crochet in the next one and see what it does. I'm going to do 1 more double crochet in the next one. We're going to see what this does. Where's my crocheters at? Where's my crocheters at? I am not a genius at crocheting, y'all. So there's a double crochet and a single crochet and then a double crochet. We're going to do a couple of them. We're going to see if it doesn't look okay, we'll take it out. If it doesn't look okay, we'll take it out. Do a double crochet. And then a single crochet and then a double crochet into the next hole. Double crochet. We're going to see what this looks like here in a minute. I'm going to get a couple of them done. So I'm doing a double crochet, a single crochet, and then a double crochet. I don't know whose idea this was. Whose idea was this? Yeah, we need to come up with easier ideas for Carrie to do. This has been a week of throw Carrie for a loop week. Okay, so hold on. We're going to get this one done. I'll do a single crochet, and then we're going to look at it and see what it looks like. Single crochet. Okay, I'm going to pull you out there. Okay. Ah, oh my gosh. Actually, guys, oh my gosh. Okay. We might be liking this. We might like this. If you put one single all the way around, you work into the single crochet with a double crochet. So it's kind of, okay, guys, I kind of like this. What do y'all think? I'm kind of liking this. What do we think here, guys? Ideas. Let me know. Good morning, Coolest Dad. Good morning. You like that, Nikki? Okay, and okay. Angel, yes. Looks good. Okay. I'm thinking this one's going to stitch out okay. And then what I'll do is once I get to the other side, I'm thinking, thanks, Wanda. Thanks, great lady. All right, Cass, thanks. What I'm thinking is we'll do this all the way around. And then when we get to the other one, we're going to add a green. And maybe we'll do a single crochet of green on the top. So like I said, I'm not a professional crocheter. Ma was the one that crocheted. She was the one that did all the crocheting. So we're going to go here and I think it'll go fairly quick. We're going to find out. Y'all get to watch crocheting this morning. We're not even sewing. How is that possible? Yeah, we've done all kinds of different things today. Don't forget your coffee. Where's y'all's coffee at? Where's y'all's coffee? You got to have the coffee. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? How was everybody's Thanksgiving yesterday? Hopefully your Thanksgiving was good. Hopefully. Okay, so we did that double crochet and then we did a single crochet. Wait a minute. Do I have I already have the single crochet. So I need to do a double crochet into the next one. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving? So I'm actually doing my Thanksgiving tomorrow. So yesterday, I have to tell you what I did yesterday. So yesterday, after I got off the live, I actually made homemade rolls, homemade cinnamon rolls, took them down to the jail. My husband works at the jail. Took them down to the jail and gave them to them. So thanks for the follows, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. So if y'all are just joining, we have a quilt here. I know this is a little, we're adding two different crafts into one. So we have a quilt here, and then we're doing a crochet around the quilt. So what I've done is I went and poked holes into this quilt. I know that's kind of scary, right? That is a scary process. So, but what we're doing is we're doing, oh, that's easier if I fold it over. That is a lot easier. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a double crochet into each hole and then a single crochet in between the double crochets. We're going to go all the way around, and this is just a baby quilt. So hopefully we'll be able to go around this thing, and then a single crochet and then a double crochet. If you don't know how to crochet, they said, I learned to crochet watching my mother, and my mother proceeds to tell me that I crochet upside down. She goes, I don't know how it works, but it actually turns out okay. But I'm thinking, yeah, if I hold this sideways, oh my gosh, this is so much easier. This is going to go a lot quicker. Y'all. So anyways, so I did homemade rolls, homemade cinnamon rolls, and then I also made a batch of toffee. Who likes toffee? So lady in Colorado taught me how to make the toffee, almond toffee. So I don't know if you've ever had like Instrum's almond toffee. It is really, really good. Well, it's really expensive too. I mean, I'm talking about like $30 a pound. I mean, whatever, it's ridiculous. So that made that too wide. The lady in Colorado showed me how to make it, y'all. So funny thing is I started making, good morning, Mandy. Good morning. Started making the toffee yesterday. And then I'm like, I don't have a wire whisk because you got to sit there and stir that candy because it's literally a whole pound of butter in this thing. So you put a whole pound of butter, 2.5 cups of sugar, a half a cup of Caro, a half a teaspoon of salt, and then you just mix it all together and you sit there and stir. And you stir for a good half hour. So I didn't have a wire whisk. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't have a wire whisk. Y'all, I figured out a trick yesterday. I figured out a trick. So, you know, your mixer, your beater mixer that's got the beaters on it, I didn't have to sit there and stir. So I just sat there with the beater. I'm like, it can stir for me. And it came out phenomenal. Came out phenomenal, y'all. So, yep. Just as an FYI, if y'all got to whisk anything, get that beaters out. Get that electric mixer out. And just put those in there because, y'all, it worked out really good. It worked out really good. Good morning, Miss Cynthia. Good morning. Anybody that's joining, we are working on a baby blanket, and we are adding crochet to the edge of it, y'all. We are adding crochet to the edge of it. So I am doing we did 2 double crochets in the corner. It'll remind me to do 2 double crochets in each corner here. And then we're doing a double crochet in each hole and then a single crochet in between them. And we're going to work our way around this. Y'all, this was a bunch of holes to punch. This was a bunch of holes to punch. What did y'all eat for Thanksgiving? What did y'all eat for Thanksgiving? Like I said, we're doing our Thanksgiving on Saturday. So, how did you get the holes in? I got the holes in it with a leather punch. I used the leather punch to put the holes in it. The leather punch worked out pretty well. So it worked out pretty well. And y'all, hold on. Let me do the single crochet here. I gotta remember I did a single crochet. It's turning out really pretty. It is turning, never thought about doing this, but I'm kind of liking the idea. We had steak and that's right. I was supposed to come to your house, Cynthia. That sounded really yummy. Put a chain one between your double crochets in next row. Put a chain one. So, okay. So Marnie, I'm only going to go around twice. So I'm going to do this one with the double crochet. So I'm doing a double crochet in each hole, a single chain in between each of the double crochets. So, and then the next one is just going to be, I think, a single crochet all the way around with the green. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. So this is a different way to do a quilt, y'all. A kind of a different way to do a quilt. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this quilt once I get it done because all my kids have already had babies. All my kids have already had babies. So, all right. So we're going to keep going. And this is kind of cool. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's actually glitter in this yarn. So we were going to just have sandwiches. Well, you know, so I think tomorrow we are actually making, I think DJ's my oldest son. He is making a turkey, and then Jackie got stuff to do a ham, and then all kinds of sides. Y'all, we're going to just have yummy food. We're just going to have yummy food in it. So yummy, yummy food. Y'all okay watching crocheting today? We're doing something different every day. Seems like this is kind of in a rope theme, right? This is kind of in a rope theme. So I crocheted around a fleece blanket. Oh, very cool, Marnie. That is cool. Okay. All right, cool. Just making sure, because y'all, I don't want y'all to be like, Carrie's live was awful today. All we did is sit there and listen to her ramble along and sit there and crochet. But I'm thinking it's turning out cool. I'm excited for this. You know, I told my husband last night, I'm like, I am not doing another one of these, but you know, after seeing what it's looking like. Hi, good morning, Dylan. Good morning. But somebody said the other day that there is an actual rotary cutter that actually cuts the holes for you. If I'm going to have to do another one of these, I may have to come up with one of those rotary cutters because that took a while cutting the holes in these. So again, if you're just joining, we have a baby quilt here. We poked holes all the way around that baby quilt. We're putting a double crochet in each one of the holes, and then we're doing a single crochet in between the 2 double crochets. And anybody that doesn't know what crocheting is, I have the rotary blade. It is my okay, Marnie. You have to send me the information on that. I'm gonna see if I can sit. We're going to see. We're going to see if this works. Because I'm going to have to sit down because I was using the new saw for my acrylic. How did that work? Wow. We're going to sit. We're going to sit for a little bit. How did that work, Miss Cynthia? Okay. So we're going to bring this over here. So, like again, we're adding the crochets to the side of this. Adding the crochets to the side of this thing here. So. Doom, doom. Now I just have to smooth off the edges and refine it to get it accurate sizes. Well, that's kind of cool. That is cool. That is cool that he found that for you. That is cool that he found that for you. Doom. I'm not a quick crocheter, y'all. I am not a quick crocheter. And I don't know how sitting is not going to work for me. Sitting is not going to work for me. I thought it was going to work, but it's not going to work. So go this way. Y'all have any plans for the long weekend? Do you get to have any fun this weekend? Da-doom, da-doom. So next week, y'all, if y'all want to see the whole process on making a quilt, we're going to do the whole process next week. We are going to piece the whole quilt. So Monday, we're going to start out piecing that quilt. Tuesday, if we didn't finish piecing the quilt on Monday, we'll finish piecing it, but then we'll get into sandwiching that quilt and get it in the embroidery machine, because we're going to do the quilting in the hoop in the embroidery machine. So anybody wanting to see that whole process, come hang out next week. My family's going to cut down our tree. How cool is that? My aunt's medium iron is an Allegro. That's the one she has been having. Oh, wow. We might have to check that out, Miss Nikki. We might have to check that one out. Good morning, Jen. Good morning. Because those are nice machines, Nikki. Those are nice machines. Hey, this is kind of nice this way, doing this. Thanks for the follow, Bonnie. Thanks for the follow. Good morning to you. Good morning. And again, so yes, next week. So we are going to be doing that quilt. Like I said, we'll piece it on Monday. Tuesday, we'll finish piecing if we didn't finish piecing on Monday. And we'll get that. I'll show y'all how to sandwich that quilt. Once we get that quilt all sandwiched, we will move into the embroidery machine, because I do my quilting in the hoop on my embroidery machine. So I do that edge to edge quilting. So we'll be going over that edge to edge quilting again. And maybe I'll show y'all how to do the templates and stuff too. She may take it. She should, Nikki. So she totally should. Da-doom, da-doom. We're going along. We're about halfway down one side here. Halfway down one side. It's not going too bad. Not too bad. I got the thicker yarn. So I got the thicker yarn. Well, it's the same yarn that we used on the Christmas decoration. And y'all, I have to say that Christmas decoration looks awesome in my office. Looks awesome in my office. Thanks, Miss Cassie. Love to see the templates. Right, Bev? Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Miss Donna. Good morning. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Somebody was on yesterday. They were like, we can help you with the crocheting too. So I don't remember who it was. Miss Cassie, I see you're doing quilts. That is awesome. Da-doom, da-doom. Thanks for the heart, me. Thank you for the heart, me. I appreciate it. Probably me. You crochet, right, Gracie? It was probably you. And see, I know one of y'all was like, hey, I can hop on and help. I'm game. I'm game. I think we're doing okay though, right? I think we're doing okay. I had never, ever thought about doing that. So I have seen some quilts that had, but it wasn't really quilts. It was Afghans. Oh, I found the box of chocolates pattern. What is that? Box of chocolates pattern template. You have to send me what that is, Cynthia. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I've seen, my mom made Afghans for years. She was a phenomenal crocheter, way beyond what I ever was. I'm good. I can do a single crochet, a double crochet. That's about the gist. That's about the gist. I've done some other patterns, but pretty much all of my crocheting is either a single or a double crochet. That's about the gist of mine. I mean, I guess I could probably do a triple crochet, but I am not a master at crocheting, y'all. Not a master at crocheting. As you can see, I don't even hold my thread, which used to drive my mother batty. So I found a Ziploc bag, cut open, works for making templates too. I forgot to go to the... Oh, wow, nice. If you're doing a double and a single, it's called a lemon peel stitch. Oh, nice, Grace. Hey, y'all. She's telling it. Thanks, Marnie. I like quilting with my peeps here. Quilting with my peeps here, y'all. So what we're doing, I guess, is called a lemon peel. Is that what you said? So we're doing a double crochet and a single crochet. And with the double crochet and a single crochet, she said that is called a lemon peel. Y'all, I love lemons. Anybody else like lemons? I can just sit and eat lemons. I love lemons. So love lemons. Hey, this is going pretty good. So when we get to the corner, though, we need to remember, so we're going to do a single crochet, and then we'll do 2 double crochets in the corner and turn around the corner. We're going to turn around that corner. Turning. We may just go a little over on our live today if I don't get this done, because we're going to finish this today. We are going to finish this today. Doom. Right? Lemons are good. Cynthia, you and I are a lot alike. You realize that, right? It's funny. Cynthia and I met on here. I cut up a bag of lemons and put a Ziploc bag to add to my water. Right? Yum. Right? No. That's what I get for not paying attention. I'm like, did I already do the single crochet? No, I didn't do the single crochet. I need to do the single crochet. I start talking and then I forget what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, hey, hello. You might need to add that other one there. Thinking the green on the outside is going to make it pop. Instead, I think we'll just do, but we'll look when we get to the edge here. We'll look when we get to the edge. Look when we get to the edge. So anybody who's joining, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to your weekend. And we are working on a baby quilt. Yes, we're adding crochet to a baby quilt, y'all. Adding crochet to a baby quilt. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? So my mom said, because I go in the bottom side of it. She goes, you're supposed to go in the top side of it. I don't know. Whatever I do, it works. So that was a funny thing she always said. She goes, I don't know how it works, but it comes out looking good. But everything you do is like backwards. But she's figuring that it turned out backwards because I learned how to crochet by watching her crochet. When you purchase embroidery patterns, where do you suggest we store them? No, do not store them on a USB, Jen. Do not store them on a USB because your problem with your USBs. So I'm going to go IT on y'all for a minute. So your USBs. So when you're plugging up your USBs, because you're going from your embroidery machine over to your computer, and if you have another computer, you're plugging up that USB. USB is corrupt, and it's not its fault because like your Windows machine will go and do a Windows update because you have your monthly updates that happen on your computers. So with those monthly updates on your computers, when you're, sometimes it'll update the driver and stuff on your USBs. Sometimes when it does that, it will end up reformatting your USB. You'll lose all your data on there. USBs are phenomenal. They work great to keep stuff temporarily. Do not keep them on there permanently. So my suggestion is, if you have a OneDrive, put them in your OneDrive folder. That way they're backed up online. OneDrive, Dropbox, anything like that. A lot of those aren't very much, and a lot of people already have a OneDrive. Anybody that has a OneDrive, I think you have like 2 terabytes of data available on there. So check those out. That is my suggestion where to keep those, but definitely do not keep them stored on the USB, as your USB, you take the chance on losing that data. So you don't want to lose the data. Just my suggestion. You're very welcome, Jen. You are very welcome. I win IT on y'all. I win IT on y'all. Y'all ever have questions? Ask me. I'm always willing to help. So, another thing. I know I talked yesterday about doing a 2-day quilt retreat for the abstract. Thanks for the follow, Juju Bug. Thanks for the follow. So I know I had talked yesterday about doing a 2-day retreat. So I've come up with the flyer for it. I sent it over to Nikki, and Nikki's like, yes. So February is when we're looking at doing that. It will be over Zoom. I will be posting the information for it. So if you're interested in doing that 2-day Zoom retreat, let me know. I will be giving away a few items during that. So we'll have some fun stuff. So it'll be a fun 2-day live. So and it'll be on Zoom. So I will keep y'all posted on that one. Getting to the end. Yeah, this is turning out cool. As soon as we get to the end, like I said, we will do, we will add 2 to the corner. That way we can turn that corner there. Oh, my husband's up over there. I didn't even see he got up. Doom. Doom. This is an interesting process. It takes a little while to do, but after we started, it's kind of looking cool. They have so many different yarns out there, y'all. So many different yarns. We may have to put a tack down stitch underneath the holes though on the sewing machine, because my husband made a good comment. He made a good comment. His comment was, he goes, that's not going to work. I'm like, well, why isn't it going to work? He goes, it's going to fray. I didn't even think about that. So needless to say, I have an idea for that. So once we get it all stitched in here, I'm thinking I'm going to run a stitch underneath that hole and then stitch it down. That way it doesn't. Good morning, Miss Lisa. Good morning. How are you? Did you get some rest last night, Miss Lisa? Right, Grace? Yeah. And I didn't even think about it. He's like, that's not going to work. What are you thinking? I'm like, yeah, well, why not? And then he's like, yeah. So I don't know. We may go use my favorite stitch. Grace. I am good, Miss Lisa. How are you? I'm not working today, so it's a good day. I shouldn't jinx myself because I'm liable to get a call, but we're going to say no. Awesome. Glad to hear. I hope you feel better today. Hope you're feeling better today, Miss Lisa. Okay, so we're almost to the end here. We are almost to the end. This is kind of cool. Once I get to the end here, I'll show y'all what it's looking like. Man, it must be cooling off outside because my feet are cold. So in the toy hauler, the floor is metal. So because you figure you put dirt bikes, side by sides, 4-wheelers and stuff in the back of your toy hauler. So the bottom of the floor is that. I love that your husband helps. Pat was an amazing helper with the quilt. Awesome, Nikki. Yes, I love my husband. He helps all the time. He's phenomenal. And I'm glad that yours is helping you too. I'm glad that yours is helping you too. Fun, fun. Okay, so we're getting to the end here. So like I said, anybody that's joining, we are doing a baby quilt. I have poked holes. I know that's kind of scary. All the way around this baby quilt. And now we are crocheting into the side of this baby quilt. Happy Coffee Friday. Lisa, you need another cup of coffee? Da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. Mine gets mad if he has to thread a needle for me. Ah, well, that's not nice of him. Tell him, say, honey, I just need your help. I'm trying to make you a part of the process. Da-doom, da-doom. Okay, so getting to the end here. Getting to the end. I'm excited. I'm kind of excited. I was like, when we first started this, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure, guys. I am not sure, but I'm thinking. We're going to see. We'll see what it looks like. We'll look at the one side and be like, yeah, no, well, we're going to have to do something because I've already poked holes all the way around this daggum thing. So we don't have a choice but to crochet the thing. Getting to the end. Just a couple more here. So the weird thing is this baby quilt, it was like it was meant to be, y'all. This baby quilt, all the way around it, where all these holes are, was actually a little circle. It's like everywhere this hole is, there was a little circle on it. Then I asked my kids, and they just laughed. Gracie, I'm gonna come help you. Thanks for hanging out this morning, y'all. Happy Friday. Hopefully y'all are not working today. Da-doom, da-doom. Get this one here. We got through two. So we'll do 2 more stitches because then we hit the corner. You know what? Hey, what about on the corner? So, because we did 2 double crochets. I need a machine that threads us. Oh my gosh, Grace. I'll tell you, if you don't have a machine that doesn't thread itself, oh my gosh, that's a nightmare. That is a nightmare. You get spoiled when you have a machine that threads itself, I'll tell you. I'm working today and tomorrow. Cynthia, no. You work at a credit union though, don't you? They don't close, huh? Sorry, Cynthia. You're like, quit rubbing it in, Carrie. Okay, so now we're to the corner. So we're gonna do 2 of the double crochets. So I'm gonna pull that out. We're gonna look. Okay, y'all. I'm thinking that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool on the edge. Talk about a binding. Talk about a different kind of binding. This is a different kind of binding there. So quit rubbing it in. You know I love you, Miss Cynthia. It's like, no, stop saying that. So thank you, Miss Cassie. Thank you. This is kind of fun. I have never done this. So different way to do a binding. Kind of interesting. Okay. So we're going to do the 2 double. I need to do a single crochet here. You do a single crochet, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets in that corner. That way I can turn the corner. So I'm going to do 1. And then come to this side and do another one. I know it's okay. I was off last year this week, but because I had surgery on Tuesday, I'm sorry. Well, at least you didn't have surgery this year. So we're going to do 2 double crochets in this corner. And then we're going to turn. we're going to town. This is a heck of a way to do binding. Kind of a different way to do binding, y'all. Kind of a different way to do binding. But it's kind of working. It's kind of working. Let's go this way. I'm going to go that way. Go this way. How did you poke the holes? Miss Stacy, I poked the holes with a leather punch. The corner is going to pull. What do you mean the corner is going to pull, Miss Grace? I think it's okay. Do I need to do something different on the corner? I'm okay? Okay. Just making sure. Keep going. Just keep stitching. Just keep stitching. Do a few and check. Okay, will do. So we'll go a few because we'll get a few and look at it here. Because what I was kind of thinking is maybe we needed to do a double crochet, a single crochet, and a double crochet. But maybe not. So let me do a couple and then we'll look at the corner and see. Y'all think we were going to be, I mean, who would have thought that we'd be sitting here? We're okay. We're on a sewing live and we're sitting there crocheting. What are we doing? Okay. Okay, corner. I think we're okay on the corner. I think we're okay on the corner. The corner, you need 3 stitches, so next row 2 can have a middle stitch. So should I take it back out and do 2 double? So do crochet is sewing with yarn, right? It is. So are you thinking I should take it back out and do a double crochet, a single crochet in the middle, and then another double crochet that gives it that corner? Do a single in between. Okay, so we're going to go back out. We're going to go back out. That's what I was kind of thinking. Okay, so we're going to do a single there. Just a chain. No, you're good. You're good. I call a chain just a single crochet, so we're good. So we're going to chain 1, right? Is that the right verbiage? I'm not a crocheter, y'all. So I went back and I'm going to do a single crochet there. Hey, y'all, I have to say, that's easier than seam ripping. Just saying. That is easier than seam ripping. You need a space for your next corner. Okay, so there, and then I put another double crochet in there. I was almost thinking that we needed a space in there. And then a single crochet. We'll look at that and see if that looks better. Thanks for your help. Thanks for your help. There. I'm going to do a couple and then I'll do one more. And then we'll look at it and see if that looks better. I think that's a better. Okay. I think that's better. Yes, that looks lots better. That looks lots better. It also keeps from pulling the fabric in the corner. It's not fun if you have to unravel. That's called frogging your work. Oh, see, I'm learning all these verbiages here, y'all. I'm learning all the verbiages. How fun is that? So I think that was lots better. Thanks for that. Thank you for that. And we'll have to fix the first corner we have too. So we'll fix that first corner. Y'all, we got one side done. 3 more to go. 3 more to go. And drinking coffee. Thank you. How you doing this morning, Jules? Okay, so that one. Oh my gosh, guys. No. I missed one. No. We're going to have to go back. No. Is there any way to fix that without going all the way back? I can fix it later. I got to go back, right? At least it's not too far back. At least it's not too far back. Okay, we're going back, y'all. Dadgummit. I missed one. Oh, now you. Oh, man. I hate the fact that TT is slow. Oh, well. Fix the first corner also. I'd have to take it all the way. I don't think so. Better to fix it now than later. Okay. All right. Good morning, Missy. Good morning. Yes, happy post turkey. Because I'm thinking, you know what we could do? Because I did what if we did 2 double crochets, one chain or single crochet, and then 2 double crochets? What if we did that? Because that would give it a corner, right? Okay. Missy, I'm finishing your 3rd one today. The 2 are done. I'm finishing the 3rd one today. Or this weekend anyways. It'll be done this weekend. It'll be done for, Lisa will pick it up on the 9th when she comes down for the Christmas party. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got the most coolest message from Miss Susan. She got her anniversary, the 50th anniversary quilt, y'all. And she sent me a video message. Thank you. So good morning, Miss Debbie. Good morning. I'll get your mug rugs done for you this weekend and ship them out on Monday, okay? You are very welcome. Doom. Okay. Binding a quilt with yarn, y'all. We are binding a quilt with yarn. Da-doom, da-doom. Has anybody ever done this before? Has anybody ever added yarn to the side of their quilt? Let me know. Because I think it's an interesting process here of adding yarn to the side of a quilt, y'all. Good morning, Christy. Good morning. I am good. How are you? Thanks for joining. As soon as we get to this corner, I had to take some out. And somebody just told me that was called frogging. So, oh, awesome. Glad to hear. So anybody's just joining, we are adding a binding onto this quilt with crochet. So, and what we're doing is we are double crochet in each hole, and then we're doing a single crochet or chain, whatever you want to call it, in between, and then another double crochet. So, on the corner, we've decided that we're going to do 2 double crochet, a single crochet, and then another 2 double crochet to give it that corner. Means I already put 2 double crochet in the other corner. So that is what we're going to do here. So now we're back to the corner, y'all. Back to the corner. Good morning to, or what is it? 2DB? 2DB. I like all these names. All these names are the coolest thing, y'all. All the names are the coolest thing. Okay, let me do this corner and then I'll show y'all the corner here. So we're going to go 2. And 1. And then add 2 more. That way we can make that corner. 1. Like I said, y'all, I'm not a professional crocheter. I am not a professional crocheter here, y'all. 1 and 2. Kind of liking the 2 and 1 and 2 on this, y'all. That added a pretty good corner there. Is that cord? No, it's actually yarn. We're doing yarn here. We are doing yarn. This is yarn that I got because last week we made that the Christmas ornament. So with the Christmas ornament, I had gotten some white yarn, some green yarn, because the only yarn I have is for making dishcloths. I don't do anything big. So the only yarn I have is making dishcloths. So needless to say, this is the yarn we're using. So, but I'm kind of liking the yarn. So let me get a couple of these crocheted and then we'll look at that corner. We will look at the corner here. Because what we did is we went and poked holes all the way around this quilt, which was a scary process. I know. It's like, you're really going to poke holes in your quilt? Yeah, I'm really going to poke holes in my quilt here, y'all. Okay, so let me pull that one out. Okay, so corner. I think that is never done it myself. You're doing super good so far, better than well, I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm doing super good or not, but I think the corner is better. So we did 2 double crochets, 1 single crochet or chain, and then 2 double crochets in the corner. So I'm thinking that's good. Y'all, check out the binding. How cool is that? I'm kind of liking the binding. And it's soft. It's soft. I think the babies will like it. Thank you, Christy. Thank you. So, like I said, I'm not a professional crocheter. That was my mother. So, take a drink. Drink a coffee, y'all. Get your coffee. Okay. So, we're going to keep stitching. See, I'm talking about stitching. We're going to keep, what is crocheting? Is chaining. Your mother was a crocheter. Your grandmother was a crocheter. My grandmother crocheted too. So my grandmother did. Thank you. I've been crocheting for 31 years, for a year, and a knitting 1 year. I want to check that out. We just had a new baby in the family yesterday. Oh, well, congratulations, Baxter. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Yay. Y'all, we need to give her congratulations for grandmas. Grandmas. I'm assuming grandma, right? I'm going to have to tell my friend, because my friend, she's an elderly lady in Colorado. I'm going to have to call her and be like, you've got to see what we did on the side of this quilt. This is just crazy, y'all. This is just crazy. I know it's not as entertaining as quilting, but it's part of quilting, right? It's part of the quilting. Never thought I'd be doing this, but my mother would be like, I'd be like, hey, Ma. Oh, man, I wish I would have known this when Ma was alive. Been like, hey, I have a perfect idea for you on binding quilts. She used to bind all my quilts for me. And she'd get so aggravated sometimes, because sometimes this is, sometimes your sewing machine just doesn't want to work. And if she would have known she could have crocheted the side of the bind for binding, she'd been crocheted all of them. She'd have been crocheting all of them, y'all. So, but super fun, y'all. Da-doom, da-doom. It doesn't not taking too long. Just kind of stitch your way around this thing. I'm sure there's a lot of people a lot quicker than I am at this. People are a lot quicker than I am, but I'm liking the fatter yarn. I don't think I'd want to do it with the not so fat yarn. They have all kinds of different yarns now, y'all. Remember back in the day, because I used to make the pillow dolls, the crocheted pillow dolls. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they have, you crochet it out, and they have a doll that sits in the top of it, and it's just a pillow on the bottom. Yeah, so yesterday was a nice day. Yesterday was a nice day. Like I said, tomorrow is actually our day we're going to do Thanksgiving. So, but yesterday I went and spoiled the guys at the jail that were working yesterday. So, took them some homemade rolls, took them some homemade cinnamon rolls. Of course, found out my husband was talking me up, y'all. He's like, hers are better than anybody's, which he's awesome. But I guess they liked them. He came home with an empty bowl from the rolls and an empty pan from the cinnamon rolls. So they must have liked them. They must have liked them. Oh, and the TV. Oh, right. I forgot about those, Cynthia. Forgot about those. So many different things that you can do with yarn. Y'all, there's so many different things that you can do with all kinds of different things. I know my granddaughter wants to learn how to crochet. So tomorrow I may take the stuff and teach her how to crochet. I'll get her making dishcloths for her mom and dad. So the other weekend they came over and I had them sewing, which that was a lot of fun. I like to teach the kids how to do things. I love to do crafts with them. I love get them away from those electronics, getting them do things like this is awesome, right? Awesome. Ah, stay there. Working our way down. We're about half. We're working our way down here. Glad I only did this on a baby quilt. Could you imagine? I'd have to sit. It would be something that you would sit in your chair and sit and crochet. This would be something that you could sit in your chair and crochet with. You're like, all right, I'm going to bind this quilt. Kind of a cool way, though. Like I said, if I'm going to do this again, I may have to invest in that rotary cutter. How close are the holes on that Marnie, it was you, right? That has the rotary cutter. How close are the holes on there? Because she's saying that there is a rotary cutter that will cut holes for you. And will it go through multiple layers? Will it go through multiple layers on there? Because like I said, this is, well, you figure 4 layers, because you have the the fabric on both sides, and then you're batting on the inside. My sister had to teach herself how to crochet left-handed since she was the only one in the family. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm actually what do you call that? Ambidextrous. I can do some things left-handed, some things right-handed. So. It's funny. I actually shoot pull left-handed. I shoot pull left-handed. I do, which I haven't done in years, but yes, ambidextrous. Thank you. I rake the yard. I shovel. I don't know why, but thank y'all for joining. Anybody that's joining, thanks for joining. We are binding the side of this quilt with yarn, y'all. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. I was taught by my aunt that was left-handed. Very cool. Good morning, Irie. Good morning. Oh, we have a puzzle. We have a puzzle. Let's fix the puzzle. That looks cold. It's like raining at some coastline there. Raining at some coastline. About halfway down this side. This is the short side, I think. This was the short side. Short side, short side. So we're doing a double crochet in each hole. Then we're doing a chain or a single crochet on there. I guess it's a chain because there's not a nothing there. Working our way around, working our way around. I'll have to show you. I posted a video of an embroidery that I'm doing. Company called Z Digitizing did it, and y'all, the detail, you know, I'm going to post some videos as it goes along because the embroidery is going to take, I think, 5 hours. It's like 251 minutes. I don't know how many hours that is, but it's a few hours. Don't ask me to calculate. I'm not a mathematician. So anyways, so as it goes along, I'll be posting a few videos so you can see, but I have to say, I'm going to show y'all here when we get done. Before I hop off today, I'll show you how much is done on it, and the detail on it is crazy, y'all. If you need anything digitized, they're going to be providing me with a link that will actually give you 50% off on your first order. So, which is kind of cool. So, and they digitize anything. So your photos or just icons, or I mean, whatever you need digitized. So it's kind of cool. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Thanks for hanging out. We are adding binding to the side of this quilt with yarn, y'all. A little over 4 hours. Thank you, Cynthia. Adding binding to the side of this quilt. Good morning, Bessie. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to y'all. It is Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. I was going to say almost Thursday. No, yesterday was Thursday. We don't want to do Thursday again. One Thursday is enough. So anybody's joining, we're adding binding to a quilt with yarn. So Friday is rope day always. Friday is always rope day, whatever, you know. Thanks, Lauren. Appreciate it. So Fridays, we always do something with rope, yarn, string, something. We're always doing something with rope on Fridays. So today, we're having fun with this one. So this is a new thing. I've never done this before. So it's definitely a new thing. So, but it's kind of cool. I'm kind of liking how it's turning out. We'll see how long it takes to get all the way around this. If we have time, we will add green. Thinking we'll add green, and we'll just do like I'm thinking just a single crochet. What do y'all think? If we do just a single crochet around after we do the double crochet around it? What do you think? I don't know. See how it looks, I guess. Or we just leave the one. We just leave the one. Yeah, this side must have been shorter than the other side. Either that or I'm getting faster. That's not possible. I'm not getting faster. Da-doom, da-doom. I definitely at least do one more around. Okay. All right. You're hard, Cynthia. Come do it. Actually, I hadn't crocheted in a while. After this, I might have to get my yarn out and make some more dishcloths. I need some more dishcloths. So I do dishcloth. Anybody do dishcloths? So I take and do dishcloths. Have y'all heard of the scrunchy yarn? It's called scrunchy yarn. But I take the scrunchy yarn and the cotton yarn and I do run both of the pieces of yarn together at the same time. And then I make those. So putting my shoes on and heading out the door. Have the cinnamon rolls ready. All right. I'll have them ready, Miss Cynthia. Come on out. I think I'm going to have to go visit my buddy in Louisiana. Her and I met here online, and we have a lot in common, and she's a great friend. She's a great friend on here, so it's kind of cool. I've met so many different people on here, and of course I have my besties on here. Miss Lisa's on here, so she is awesome, and her sister Missy. I don't know if they're still on here or not, but hanging out. Da-doom, da-doom. We're getting to the end of this one, y'all. The end of this one. Yeah, I was going to sleep in this morning, y'all, and I was up at 2. I was thinking about this. I was trying to figure out exactly how I was going to actually crochet around this quilt. How was I going to actually crochet around this quilt? So I was sitting there going, I was like, well, if I do it this way or if I do it this way, and couldn't figure it out. So needless to say, I guess we figured it out. I did. I slept in till 2. So fun. Thanks for joining, y'all. Thanks for joining. Anybody that's joining, we are putting a binding on this quilt. Well, and the binding we're putting on this quilt is actually yarn binding, y'all. So we're actually crocheting around this quilt to get a binding of crochet. So kind of cool. Kind of cool, y'all. Da-doom. Da-doom. Get back here. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. So today, I think my husband's going to put a windshield on the side-by-side. I think he's going to fix our refrigerator. We have a leak on our refrigerator. Every time it pulls water for the ice machine or you get water out, it kind of sprays water. So we have a towel next to our refrigerator in here, which is a good thing. We're, metal floor. It's not going to really hurt anything besides have water on the floor. But it rent my rug, so we got to fix it so I can put a new rug in here because, y'all, the metal, no, it's not a new fridge. No, the fridge we got we got it refurbished from there. So, Miss Paula, I poked the holes with a leather thing. So it's a leather punch is how I poke the holes. But Miss Marnie over here on YT was telling me that there's a rotary cutter that actually pokes holes. So I might look into that one. So, but the leather punch worked really well. So, and it's this quilt actually had like a dot all the way around it. It was like it was meant to be. I don't know. It was meant to be or something. But so I just poked a hole everywhere that dot was. Kind of cool. Right, Paula? for hanging out, y'all. I appreciate it. Tell me I haven't messed up. No, okay. I appreciate y'all hanging out this morning. This is a morning, if you were off work, you could have slept in. Instead, you're hanging out with me, having coffee. Don't forget your coffee this morning, y'all. Don't forget your coffee this morning. Have a drink of coffee. Can I see where you crochet? Absolutely, Paula. So what I'm doing is, so we have the dots on here. This is kind of cool. It's looking kind of cool. It's looking really cool, y'all. So, so what I'm doing is, I'll show you here. So I have a single crochet, and then what I'm doing is I do loop it around for a double crochet. I put it through the hole. So that's through the front, the back, and then there's batting in the middle of it. So I'm pushing it through there, and then I'm taking and just pulling that yarn back through that hole. And then that way it's looped in there. And then you're just doing that double crochet there. You're doing that double crochet there. And then you do a single crochet. And then you do another double crochet here. So you go in the back. Some people go on the front, some people go on the back. I think if you're supposed to go in the front, I always go through the back. My mother always says that backwards. But anyways, so you could actually go into the front, but I go through the back and then come up, and then I pull that yarn back through. It's like that's a loop, a thread there. And then you pull that yarn through 2 more, and then you go 2 more. So double crochet there. So, and then you do a single one, and then a loop around, go in, pull it through that one right there, and then you go through 2 more, and then 2 more, and then a single crochet, and then we do it again. So we got 2 more here, and then we're going to do that corner. Then we're going to do the corner. So do through there, loop through, and then single crochet. So we got 1 more to do here. How did I get the holes? So I got the holes with a leather punch. I went through with a leather punch and poked holes all the way around this quilt. Took a little while. My husband did one side for me, thankfully. My husband did one side for me. So now we're going to do 1 more here. We got 1 more hole here. So we pull that through, 2, and then 2. And I think on the if you did like a triple crochet around it and then a single crochet. I think if you did a triple crochet, it's like you have 3 pieces of string. So you would wrap it around your what do you call it, crochet hook twice. And then you would go in the one, and then you would come through that one, and then you'd go through 3, and then go through 3 for a triple crochet. Like I said, I'm not a genius at crocheting, so I can do a single and a double. So, okay. So on the corner, what we're going to do is drink a cup of coffee. So on the corner, they have, so what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 double crochet on the corner. So we'll do 2 double crochet on the corner. And then we're going to do a single crochet. So I'm going to pull that. So we're going to do a double crochet. And then in the same hole, we're going to do another double crochet. And then we're going to chain 1. We're going to do 1 chain, 1 crochet, however you want to say it. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 2 more double crochets. Then we're going to do 2 more double crochets. Are y'all able to see this okay? So then we're going to do 2 more double crochets, and that single crochet in the middle is going to make it go around that corner. So we're going to pull it here. Y'all, we only got 2 more sides to go. So then we're going to go 2 and 2. So then I need 1 more double crochet in that same hole. So in that same hole, you're putting 4, thanks, Bessie. So then we're going to do 1 more here. Pull that out of there. So we're going to do 1 more double crochet in the same hole. So that same hole, you're doing 2 double crochets, and then you're going to chain a stitch, and then you're going to do 2 more double crochets, and the 2 double crochets there. I'm going to chain 1, and then we go to the next side. So that gives you, so the 2 double crochets, so you have your 2 double crochets, your chain 1 or single crochet, however you want to do it, and then your 2 more double crochets all in that same hole, and it gives you your corner. That one single crochet makes it go down the other way, so it gives you your corner. So now we'll go down to the other one. Y'all, this is looking kind of cool. I'm kind of excited. I was like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? We're poking holes in a quilt. Y'all, we're poking holes in the quilt. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Well, we're not thinking, but you know what? It's kind of awesome. Kind of awesome. So now we're going to go down the other side. We got 2 more